Wanderers, welcome to the Wandering Dutchman podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Branded by Woods.
You don't have to run a famous podcast and need the help and expertise of our friends at Branded by Woods. Whether you're in charge of a local group needing shirts or run a business and need a fresh logo, Branded by Woods can help. Brand recognition is paramount in today's society. At the Dutchman, we've worked with Branded on multiple projects, from our first logo design to merch lines. We always find it easy and stress-free to work with the team at Branded by Woods. From initial design to final approval, the process is great. Give our friends at Branded by Woods a call and do something creative today.
The Wandering Dutchman podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
The Wandering Dutchman!
That's enough.
That's enough. Shut the up.
It's something.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wandering Dutchman podcast. We're glad you've joined us today here in Smoker's Lounge. Today's show is brought to you by our friends at Branded by Woods. We've got a fuller barn now. We had somebody that wanted to redeem himself. You'll hear his voice here in a minute. He is locked in and ready to go. But here we are. Happy Friday to you if you're listening to us on Friday, or if it's any other day of the week. We just hope you have a good day. We're back. We're here. And we're ready to roll.
Hell yeah.
The redemption was not my fault. Smoker and I have been in the hot tub for 2.5 hours.
Are we going to the hot tub later?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
we
Justine
are.
left. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Why not?
We're going.
It's your turn.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here we are, fellas. What do we know? What we got going on? What are we looking forward to?
It's Friday.
Now, guys, I think this is, I'm going to bring it up. And Wanderers, this is something I'm requesting from the group. But work's been crazy. Raising children has been crazy. And I'm afraid we're going to have to go back to one a week after this. We're hoping to get you a little bit longer episodes, but instead of 2 Wednesdays and Fridays, I think we may go down to a Friday-only episode.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, Dave.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And it's not to take anything away from you folks.
But you're still only doing it once a week.
We're doing it twice a week now. We only record once a week, but we put out 2 episodes a week. Now we're going to go down to putting out 1 episode.
But it's still once a week.
We've been grinding.
We have, so
You
a
can
little
grind all you want, but it's just still once a week.
Give us the inside baseball.
behind the scenes of this operation, between the 3 of us sitting at this table, there's 9 children.
There's 4. Thanks a lot, asshole.
There's
Well,
11
the 3
children.
full-time employees.
There's 9
I have
full-time
said-
children.
Go ahead.
There's 9 full-time children, 2 part-time children that are part of this podcast.
That's right.
We have coaching. We have getting kids to other stuff they're involved in. And the spring and summer is really quite busy for us. So this move here, Brother Dave, since his big promotion at work, has been burning the candle at both ends. I'm still in the throes
Throws
of
Love.
NBA stuff. And there's something coming into June that's going to make life a little busier.
Another new thing.
And Big Mace is running kids around because his wife works that crazy schedule.
Taxi
like
service.
That Dave's wife works. So it's just going to have to work a little bit. Now, that's not to say we get into the dead of winter when things are a little bit calmer and quieter and we go back to 2 a week.
We can ramp back up.
We're still going to do the show. Still going to be great content.
It may not be just as frequent as you like.
But you're not going to miss out on us.
Right.
We still guarantee a show every week.
We'll be there.
We're just trying to avoid the best ofs, which some people do enjoy. And we're trying to do away, like the solo interview with Chase was great. A lot of great compliments.
Great job, pal.
Thank
did
you.
a really good job.
But we do this because it's fun for us. We just have other life going on.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've not missed an episode in 3+ years says a lot. because a lot of people would question our commitment to things.
I questioned it.
I never doubted it for one bit. Never doubted it for one bit. But hey, I do want to talk about something. So we'll talk about it more. One more thing before we get to what I want to talk about. We got to give a shout out. It's a little bit overdue, but we sat down and broke bread one morning with Mr. Aaron Chambers. And we told him we would give him a shout out.
We ain't done that.
And we haven't done it. So Aaron, shout out to you, buddy. Hopefully you're keeping him down there at Lincoln City.
Camp Cop.
No,
down there.
Enjoyed your breakfast.
Hopefully you enjoyed your breakfast. We enjoyed talking to you. We did get
That was when we.
yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
Attaboy. Way to put that together. So it's been a while. It's been a while, but shout out to you. We appreciate it. We had a lot of fun chatting with you, some wild stories. We'd love to hear a few more of them stories.
But
But I
I think
think
on a camping trip. We just have old campfire stories down there at old
Yeah.
Lincoln Land.
I think he said he wouldn't come on the show though, right?
No,
I think that's what he said.
no.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But
He's
Awful
a
far away from home.
recluse.
yeah. So very friendly there at Denny's.
Reclusive person. That's what I meant.
I mean,
He
a
was-
recluse
he-
means he
he was-
doesn't get out.
Yeah. He was at Denny's.
Well, I mean, he's just a very no.
He's
Easy.
I love you, Chambers. You know that, you.
but
Anyway, yeah, we'll be fine.
But anyways, what I wanted to get to is in our little neck of the woods, there's been a heated debate going on.
Ooh.
And it involves the teen outback.
ooh,
Now, we're not going to take sides. We're not going to take sides. We're not going to do any of that stuff. But I tell you what, fellas, there's a little firestorm brewing in the little town of Honeyburg.
Well, I think it seems like perhaps it was slightly blown out of
all poppycock.
But because they posted a thing that, hey, it was just an idea. We had never really considered it. Now, some may question it because there was a whole bunch of drawings and designs.
And that takes time to do.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. I've never had to get designs for
Well,
wasn't
so
a
I
real
kind
idea.
of I got a little inside baseball on the whole deal.
I'm not surprised by this.
Well, just because
You've been
I
gone.
was gone.
Since
and that's
you've
the
been gone.
That was the
Since
funny
you've been
part. I even
gone.
texted and reached out to old brother Love here, and I said, "Hey, what's all this about?" And he's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And I said, "Well, that's good because
You gotta be neutral.
yeah, it's good. It must be not really that big of a thing if
It's that big.
Jake Temple's here.
Temple's here.
We got Fuller Barnes here, boys. So what we were talking about is that the Teen Outback needs a new roof,
Roofs are expensive.
and it's $80,000.
Yeah.
I bet they bring that on one night of the trivia night.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Outback has the money.
yeah, they've got it. But the building is actually owned by the school corporation.
Which
Mm.
the city leases it from the school, who then leases it to the
The
teen outback.
city owns the property.
Subletting is where you get into trouble.
The problem is we have the building.
Yep.
Teen Outback does their thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're bound by
Raise-
contract till 2028.
They say raise $80,000 and get a new roof.
Okay, we did.
So they do it. They're like, tear it down.
Yeah. And then
Well, is that what they said?
well,
They thought that.
That was the roof.
It would go
They thought-
quietly in the night.
Yeah, they thought, well, we're never going to get it, but
Mm.
they did.
yeah.
I feel guys. I feel like we're getting on some sketchy shit.
This is a pretty racy.
No,
it's a
you-
racy
you
topic,
just-
but it's
you
okay.
just throw it down.
It's okay.
All right.
There's transparency is key.
Yeah, I
Okay?
agree.
What are they going to do? Burn your barn down?
Transparency.
Cancel us? Not here.
Transparency is key, and the problem with the whole thing is that the way social media works these days.
Oh, firestorm.
Wildfire.
And the problem is that all these keyboard warriors get on there and they talk about do better. The school corporation needs to do better. You know, and it's like I don't know what's going on.
No,
You don't know what's going on.
No.
You don't know. You don't know. We only know.
that
what
we
we-
went to the damn raise money for the kids thing.
Yeah, and like we gave several dollars to the Teen Outback.
And we
Well,
auctioned off
there was a
several
few
dollars.
teams that
yeah,
did
Bought
a
their
little,
way to
their
the top.
championship.
did a little
yeah,
more. Than,
bought their championship. We've already talked about this. But what I'm saying is that we don't know what's happening. And like everybody wants to speculate like, oh, it's so crooked. Da, 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 da. Here's the deal. what's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
And when the school board votes, the school board votes. And that's the way things are going to be.
Yeah.
Now, just like any other election, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. There's going to be things that happen. There's going to be other things that happen. And it is what it is. And I mean,
But that's not okay.
it's not all the time, but I don't really know how to back out of this. But what
Well,
you can
I feel
take
like
over.
this
Well,
whole conversation.
No, but
Battle.
it's- hey, but there's people that listen to us that probably think, I wonder what these guys think about it.
I love
and-
the Teen Outback.
and
I
on-
love it. I love what the Teen Outback stands for. I went to the Teen Outback a lot. Everybody in DuBois County went to the Teen Outback a lot. The Teen Outback means a lot to not only the community of Huntingburg, but the youth of DuBois County. Like these events that people talk about are, you get this stigma. It's only for Southridge kids. No, that's bullshit. Like any kid.
Well, I think there was a comment that was raised where it was the validity of how many, like in Southwest DuBois County, students actually go.
a lot.
I know, but I'm saying that there was like
Oh,
somebody was
yeah.
trying to make a point that
If you
maybe
pull
not
up-
as many go as what they
You
think.
pull up
In
you
this
pull-
show right now, Smoker's the only person that didn't go.
right,
100%.
right.
Oh yeah, as
And we,
a
don't,
kid.
and we don't mean it in a bad way.
yeah,
It's
Like
just that he
tran-
didn't.
I'm a
He
transplant.
didn't live here.
I mean,
Yeah,
right.
his parents are not
And-
going to
and
drive
I'll-
6
and I'll-
hours to take him to the
And
Teen
I'll- and
Outback.
just
They
to
should've.
speak to that. I
Right.
saw the
They
drawing.
definitely should have.
Like the first time we listened to "Down with the Sickness"
Yeah.
at the Teen Outback, and we were all raging in there, dancing, getting after it. I mean, that was a good time, and
So-
it is a thing that hopefully doesn't go away.
Now, let me ask you this, though.
Okay.
Play
Okay.
devil's
advocate.
I saw the drawings that were proposed as an idea that nobody had even voted on. But those drawings showed a building that was attached to the
Memorial
gym
gym.
thing there.
Give me the square footage.
The drawing showed 100 square feet of
1,000.
community space.
1,000.
It was 1,000 square feet.
Currently, the Teen Outback is 10,000 square feet.
All horse shit. It ain't even
It
that
is.
big of a building.
No, it is.
It is.
For
Is there
sure.
multiple
It's
floors
deep.
in there?
Yes.
No, it's multiple rooms.
Yeah.
It's
You
wide.
got the cafeteria room, you got the dance floor room, you got the arcade, and then you got the dodgeball room
And
up top.
You have the. Let's get a little down on the titty room.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's room for that.
And Macer's got girls.
Yeah.
So,
And we're not going to talk about that right now.
We're not
But
gonna talk
it's
but we
coming-
go
Okay,
but
so it's a little
coming
bit bigger than I thought.
10,000 square foot.
Now, so the room, the drawing they showed, it
It's
wasn't.
1,000.
1,000
it-
square feet.
Oh no!
1,000.
Hell, that's 50 by 50. 50
I mean, I'll pull
100
it
by
up if
100,
you want
but
me
I
to.
guess, but
I wish I could figure out what you're doing over there.
Well, I thought it was just Mace that with these things all the time, but it doesn't work.
If you let it
okay,
get
well, maybe
sick-
I was wrong. Like I said, I was playing devil's advocate. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool if it was attached to the gym and they could go down there and, shoot some hoopies or whatever.
not going to get on that gym floor.
Why not? It's
Yeah.
a wooden floor.
Yeah, that's
so
the
if
problem.
you would take,
How much money do you think I spent on that? 10, 12 grand?
More than your house cost.
Why the would you ever spend that much money on a floor?
Well, but
I
the
understand
floor,
that,
it's
but
got its
let's go back to the beginning.
the beginning, Dave.
1910.
And I've got the poster in my garage. Back in 78, 79, that is when everybody went to see sports. Everybody paid.
Oh, the big sectional was like
Absolutely.
the 50s ones, whenever there was actually 6,000 people in there.
The only time that it was ever sold out was like what,
6,000 people where?
no, it was
and
way
Memorial
before that.
Gym.
It was like 50s.
You
Oh,
have
that
no
gym.
idea what that sectional used to be up
Mm.
there.
But let's go back to when it was sold out.
Right.
That was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
6,000 people?
Yeah.
I don't even want to be in there.
But that was a school then.
That's a school now.
Okay. it's
No.
not. It's not.
There's school where that green space
It
is.
used to be a
It used to be a school. It burnt down probably early 90s.
so
1976 or 1977 was the first high school graduating class to go through the new building all the way
and I don't mean to be like the person that really doesn't like it. I don't want to be against anybody. I don't want to be for anybody. But as you go through attendance from the last 30 years, they have declined.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So why do we need more parking now as it's declined over 30 years.
Right.
And our kids enjoy a spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I might get off for this, but
Oft.
Like,
Well, I guess
Jimmy
it seems
Hoffa.
to me why
Community
would
room is 1,000 square foot allotted in
why
there.
would
There
you
you go.
just do the Teen Outback stuff in the gym?
You can't.
You can't.
You cannot turn those kids loose in the gym. Have you ever been in the Teen Outback?
No, he has not.
Yeah, I had to go in there to take kids to get pictures for soccer.
And you went like through the first room, the back room, the middle room.
Well, you walk in there and they got like the little.
They
You've
have-
never been there during a Teen Outback event whenever
They have
there's
done
150 kids
exceptional
there.
time for our children.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it. That's why we the
Right.
trivia night.
Yeah. For the kids. FTK.
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 That's what it is.
Yeah, anyway, I mean,
it was for the kids.
It's right. It's
You
a
guys
it's a
think you're
very
just buying
controversial topic right now in Huntingburg, and hopefully everybody can get
It'll get worse.
they can get the
If
they
we're
can-
being honest, it's going to get worse.
they can get the facts and everything gets settled out. But I personally, me, Zach Maester, I will 100% stand for whatever I need to do to save the Teen Outback, because I'm a huge Teen Outback guy, like not only in size, but like what I stand for.
Yeah, they
Like they know I'm huge.
they've
but
gotten
then,
calls
like,
of you hanging out in the parking lot.
Right, yeah.
afterwards.
yeah. But anyway,
Size has nothing to do with
right. But the Teen Outback is something that is worth its weight in gold. And our friend, I mean, a very outstanding human being, Mr. Ralph Begley, has poured his heart and soul out into that building. And, I broke a table there when I was in middle school and had to pay for it.
Him and Justine got a little.
No, this is before Justine.
The
She
song
didn't get
got
here
him.
till high school, but
Oh,
I was doing some tomfoolery and may have broke a table, and I felt like a piece of shit because Ralph really took pride in that place, and I just
Rogaine has went into that.
yeah, it's right. Anyway, Teen Outback,
Hey, Dougie, I'll take one.
long live the Teen Outback.
hey, one more thing while we're on controversial topics. This week in real time, first court appearance for the injunction for the mid-state corridors. Our
Well-
county's got a lot going on.
Right. I'm
So
good.
I
I'm
got,
drinking
I got nothing there. I'm not gonna go against Sheila. I'm not gonna go for Sheila. I gotta stay neutral on this one.
I wasn't looking for a deep conversation. I'm just saying the things to stay on the radar.
I mean,
It's going to be an interesting summer.
that's too much.
All I'll say about the Mid-State Corridor is why in the hell would they want to build a new road when they can't take care of the roads they got now?
I want to know why
Different department that takes care of those
why he's
roads.
famous and it's not going across his farm.
Who? Oh.
Our old buddy,
Oh.
love him, but I mean, you want to be controversial? Sorry.
I'm gonna need help editing this one, I think.
No, I think you should just let her fly.
Let her fly. Hey, before we get into it, we're going to take we're not going to take a quick break. We're going to thank our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power for their support as we jump into the first wander.
May is Military Appreciation Month at Hope Outdoor Power. They are honoring our local veterans by partnering with Boot Campaign and giving away a pair of Reebok Nano X1 or Garment T8 tactical boots to a local veteran. All you have to do is visit one of 3 Hoof Equipment or Hoof Outdoor Power locations, show proof of military service, complete a simple registration, and you're set. Drawing is May 30th. We love when local businesses give back, and at The Wandering Dutchman, we support the troops and veterans in our community. That's why we love Hoof Outdoor Power. Thank you, Hoof Outdoor Power. Veterans, do your thing. Sign up today.
Big fella, what you got? What are you wondering about?
Well, I was just wondering about a little bit, piggybacking off of last Wednesday when we talked about my trip from Arizona. I didn't really get to delve into the Arizona trip. I just talked about being a preacher man.
The preacher man.
So
We're on the same wavelength.
we went to Arizona on vacation to celebrate the wedded vows of my sister-in-law and my new brother-in-law.
Boy, I hope you know what he got into.
Well, yeah, he does. He's been around a while.
Have you seen it?
So we flew into Phoenix Sky Harbor, and we got a rental car, which was pretty sweet. It was like a 2024 Ford Expedition.
Yeah?
Your neighbor.
I know. I heard all about it. Good for him. cocksucker. Anyway.
What he get a new expedition?
Oh,
Well,
no.
he didn't, but his,
His
old
wife
lady got
did.
one.
I did not.
Oh, really?
No, my wife got one,
My
wife. There we go.
and it
Anyway.
was not a 20.
Hey, love, will you pass my
25.
Zins down?
So we fly
5.
into Sky Harbor. We pick up our car and we drove straight north to Sedona, Arizona.
Sounds pretty.
It was beautiful. Like we should all go there and enjoy the red rocks and the scenery and the tranquility of it. Like it was.
I thought we were all going to St. Lucia.
Well, that too, but Arizona right now is what we're talking
Do
about.
we have that planned yet? I've got.
February 10th through the 14th.
So neighbor.
Oh,
Doug,
only 4 days, huh?
neighbor
we
Doug
need-
turns what?
Yo.
35.
38.
So
right
can
now.
you get your age right? 35 on the 15th. I turned 40
Yep.
on the 16th.
Right.
I turned 39 on the 19th.
right.
Janelle turns 41 on the 19th.
That's irrelevant.
Right.
That's irrelevant.
Anything
I turned
you-
39 on
anything you
December
have to say,
10th.
Casey, is irrelevant.
That's what I gotta say. Irrelevant.
But here we go. The 4 of us
Mm-hmm.
and the neighborhood families, we gotta go.
St.
Yeah.
Lucia.
Now, St. Lucia, what
Because-
language do they speak there?
Spanish, but it's just a little south of Punta Cana. It's
No.
not in the Dominican.
It's us.
Well, I mean, at the resort, they're going to speak English.
I mean, every one of them speak dollars.
That's
Dollars.
that's right.
Yikes.
Excuse me. Yeah, I speak that language. The reason that we're going now is because my wife, she is a saint.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Some of you may not know this, but she's pretty straight.
she's a good gal.
And we got her a. The f- are you doing?
Well, go ahead. Continue.
Can just let me see that?
Nope. We're good.
Just give me the. We're not playing golf. So anyway,
Shit show.
it's not a shit show. This is a show.
There you go.
Anyhow, we're going to with my wife.
My wife.
Here we go again. She is the perfect person in the world.
Yep.
Oh, for sakes, get on with it.
We got her a girls' trip.
A little pot beat kettle.
See, here we go. We got her a girls' trip, and they go to Punta Cana.
Not in Mexico.
Neighbor Doug.
Yeah, Punta Cana.
Neighbor Doug,
They went
tell
to
me.
Punta Cana.
No, they were going to.
They were going to go to St. Lucia, but the resort was not open, so they gave all the gals a trip to Punta Cana instead.
It's like Doug or Smoker was there. Anyway, so we have a free trip. We have a free trip for
2.
I think it's 5 couples. So what we want to do is we want to invite all the neighborhood, which is you and you
And me.
and you,
And my wife.
and I guess he can go. But we want to take that free trip and say, here, this is the credit we're going to get. And then just split it amongst us all. Would that be good?
Yeah,
We're in.
We're in.
Live on location.
we're in.
Oh.
But we got to take this shit.
We
Coming
can't
from
fly
St.
with
Lucia.
this shit.
Yeah, we can. We'll check it.
Pelican boxes. We'll have to buy them, but it's fine.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
iPhones,
I got a couple American.
iPhones are f***ing great.
I got a couple American touristers. That'll be fine.
This is February of 2026.
Six.
I think it's like 10th through the 14th or something.
Yeah.
So all you robbers out there listening, don't listen.
I want
Because we
Ed,
will
Now,
be.
y'all motherfuckers ain't seen my oldest boy, but he'll fuck you up.
Will
Like,
be.
He's a big kid. He's a big kid.
just tell him, come on. We want this trip.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I want
We want it.
I want to see you fall off the boat.
Hell yeah.
I want to see Casey go, we have no legality.
You talk to
I'm out of my
legal advisor.
I'm out of my jurisdiction.
You better brush up on your St. Lucian politician. And
Yeah, we'll get it figured out. But it'll be good. It'll be good. So Arizona was good.
Arizona was a blast.
Goddamn, we got off topic on that one.
Yeah, it's
Well,
okay.
but it's
That's
travel.
what's part.
That's what it is. Travel.
Air
It's
travel.
travel.
So I love flying.
Could you imagine somebody gets on a plane and sees us three fat bastards
Sitting
sitting
in a
all in
row.
one row?
Hey guys, listen. Big win for me. I buckled the seatbelt with no trouble.
They gave you the extension.
No, sir, they did not. Because
Bullshit.
our first flight from Louisville to Phoenix, we were in
Or
boarding.
they saw you.
We were in boarding group A, and we
Ooh.
were
High roller.
We were 1 through 15 on Southwest. So we get on. Everybody was like flocking to those front rows up against the wall, like right behind the cockpit.
yeah.
And
Cockpit.
I went straight for the exit row.
Yeah, it's a pro move.
100% straight for the exit row. I sit down in the exit row. There's nobody in front of me. So I get to stretch my feet out. And this little Filipino, or I think she was Filipino,
Shout out Jimmy Kramer.
she says, I said, hey, she's like hanging out in the exit area, like the exit row, like while people were boarding. And I said, hey, can I sit there? And she goes, yeah, can you buckle seatbelt? And I was like, yeah, bitch, I can. Get out of here.
Is that what you told her?
No, but I said, yeah, should be able to, no problem. Okay, and then she gets out of the way and I go in there and sit down, no trouble. I love flying on airplanes. It's a big fun time for me. I did not drink any liquor on the airplane because I knew I was going to have to drive when I got to Phoenix because we had like an automatic 2-hour drive ahead of us when we got there.
So what is your fun?
I don't know, man. Just the fucking rush of the takeoff and like you can literally fly from Louisville, Kentucky to the other side of the country in 4 hours. I think that blows my mind. Like how you can get from one point to another point.
600 miles per hour.
It was we were going like 526 on our way home. So, because that was when the headwinds were like, we were
In them.
flying in them, you know what I mean? But
Is that what headwinds mean?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we,
You want a tailwind.
so
You want
we,
a tailwind.
yeah, I know.
That's
out
gonna
west,
get you home faster.
flying out west we had the winds, we were going in them. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, going out
There's
west.
a
you're gonna be
tailwind
flying
just
into-
behind you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we got out there pretty quick. But anyway,
It'll
No.
gain you an hour and a half on the tailwind.
had a good time. Love Arizona. 10 out of 10 recommend. The Grand Canyon is absolutely insane.
Big ass trench.
Unreal. It puts into perspective how minuscule you really are. Like it
that's
is.
true.
It's not. Have you been there?
I've seen the Grand Canyon in Yellowstone.
So we were on the South Rim in Arizona at the Yaqui. It was called Yaqui Point. So we went to Mathers Point, Yaqui Point, and like 2 or 3 other viewing areas. The pictures just, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I
Don't do
mean,
it justice.
you've been out west 1,000 times. Like that,
Our big thing
the
was,
big sky country stuff, man. Like it,
yeah,
unreal.
there is no comparison to it. But our big thing was probably the second time we went to Vegas. We rented the what the hell is the 3-wheeler players thing?
Slingshot.
Slingshot. There was 3 couples. Probably not allowed to tell them on the show. And neighbor Winholt.
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 of them.
Yeah.
And we took off to the Hoover Dam
Oh, yeah.
to see a man-made concrete dam
Mm-hmm.
like that. That was unreal.
And think about how well. I mean, you're in the excavating business. Like you know what it takes to dig and pour concrete and do those things.
But to just look at the overflow. I mean,
Will you just tell her what you need?
The cup. That's it. Yeah, right there. Take it over there.
it is unreal.
Yeah. So we got to this viewing point at this.
Sorry.
Justine had these hikes planned and all this stuff.
Was there a donkey?
We had to dodge.
I knew it.
We
There
had-
was a donkey.
We had to dodge mule shit on the trail that we were walking on.
Did you
Mules are
fuck with
sure-footed.
donkey?
Sure-footed.
I did not. No, there's no donkey shows
Why'd
in
you say,
Arizona.
huh? You knew what I
Ain't no
said.
donkey
No, I knew what you're
shows
talking
in
about.
Arizona.
But like we did not see any active donkey tours, like mule tours or whatever. But
You would have.
the tour, the trail that we were walking on, we were there like Sunday afternoonish. We had to like dodge donkey shit on the trail that we were on.
Makes sense.
Now,
And
when
our kids were being total faces.
Let's just say kids.
Like they were running, they were not listening. Justine's anxiety was through the roof because like the trail that we were on was probably maybe 3/4 the width of this table.
Which child got donkey shit on them?
Oh, all of them. And probably 200 feet to your death right next, right here, straight down.
Yep, I get it.
And I just couldn't relax. And then the elevation, I could feel my heart beating in my neck.
How chapped were them thighs there, big dog?
No, it was 48 degrees and like spitting sleety snow and rain when we were there with about a 50 mile an hour wind.
Not what we heard from the oldest.
Now, when I was in
child.
Punta Cana, our driver pointed out a donkey,
He said it
a
was
burro.
hot as
In Arizona, in Phoenix, down there where the wedding was, but up there where the canyon was, we were freezing our balls off.
Oh, hey, we're glad you had a good trip there.
Yeah, it was a beautiful time.
Good.
It was a great time.
So I was wondering, how do these TikTok trends, do these dumb kids like start doing them? So there was a recent one that we heard from
Catching
the
the
middle.
laptops on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that
There
get
it is.
started?
Yeah, were they jamming and paper clips in the charging ports and
Like,
arcing them and over and
Like,
stuff?
where do kids get this? Like,
They're fucking idiots, bro.
I just don't understand. Like, the kids
The
were like,
internet.
they were stoked about telling me about it. We were at practice and they were like, oh, yeah, it's like all these kids did it. And it's like, why? Well, I saw it on TikTok.
We had a
TikTok trend.
we had a lady there that was at the wedding that works at the middle school, and she said that I can't remember how many devices that they had to
110.
they had to replace
78.
in
65.
our area.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's
32.
stupid.
God damn.
But that's just what I was wondering about. These TikTok trends, how they get started.
Well,
whoever thinks about it.
So the funny thing is,
Why
is
kids are dumb
when
enough
you're
to do it.
when you're on vacation and you're on the other side of the United States of America, and you see where the I think someone has a hole in their chin in the gallery here, but that's okay. But you're in the you're on the other side of the United States, and you see something on your Facebook news feed
yeah.
from like
Straighten
a local news station, and it says EVSC warns parents of new TikTok trend.
Yeah.
And then like the next day you get a Parent Square notification from the school corporation that your own children attend, saying the same about the TikTok trend,
Yeah.
about, people jamming.
When did you get a notification about the TikTok trend?
From Parent Square?
Yeah.
It was the week that we were out there.
I'll be damned.
It was the week we were out there because it was a middle school thing. I don't think it was I don't think it had hit the elementary level yet.
I was gonna say we're fifth grade yet.
Yeah.
Our kids are pretty straight.
Pretty straight.
Really sliding off the rails here.
You know what,
Yeah.
guys?
No,
though, but that's the glory
this
of
is
the
what we wanna
Friday
hear.
shows. I mean, it is a
Taylor?
great time. We love every one of you. Okay.
All right. So we're going to take a quick pause for the cause, brought to you by.
Southern Indiana Hardwoods.
There you go.
Mayday, mayday. No, we aren't going down on a plane, but your old pellet smoker isn't cutting it anymore. Nick Merkley in Southern Indiana Hardwoods is ready to help you. Whether it's a new Green Mountain grill or pellets, Nick has you covered. Skip the box stores where they sell cheap products and even worse service. Nick services what he sells and will even make house calls in and around the DuBois County area. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Nick at Southern Indiana Hardwoods today.
All right, Brother Dave. And we're back. What have you been wondering about?
Well,
Since TikTok trends fell down about as good as a leaded balloon.
I don't know that I got any great wonders. I've really been spending a lot of time, and I think we covered this in season 1 of TWD.
Mm-hmm.
All the wanderers know what TWD is.
No, tell us.
The Wandering Dutchman. But I'm back on to introspection. I'm back on to introspection because you can only
Intro or intra?
Tra. I said tro, but I meant tra.
I got it.
And I want to know where you guys stand at that. Like, there's always a little bit of, you drink too much, you have too good of a time. You're like, oh man, Dave, or yourself, you shouldn't have done all that. But that's where self growth comes from.
Yeah, from the self-reflection.
Mhm.
Big fan of self-reflection.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear, and that's what I want to talk about. Just like, where do you stand on introspection?
I think you have to do a constant evaluation of where you're at in life to stay grounded and level-headed and on task for what's coming next.
Nay.
It actually is introspection.
God damn it! I knew it, and you made me think that I was right.
Is the act of
He's
looking
not allowed to
inward,
have his phone.
looking inward to examine one's thoughts, feelings, mental
sake.
process.
Yeah.
Put it.
I don't know if I do a lot of introspection. Actually, I do, but I don't do it a lot. But I feel like when I do it, it's pretty deep.
Yeah,
Like it's-
and it puts you in a bad mood.
It
usually.
does.
I think it's supposed to. Like that's where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to. I'd make it.
So do you guys
Catholic.
remember?
You're
You
really
guys
supposed to hate.
You guys remember a few weeks ago when we recorded on a Friday, and then like
Probably not.
we had this
No.
like big banger of a time, and then like it got pretty late at night, and then like
We went to Denny's.
no, you guys went to like your house and got in the hot tub,
Oh yeah.
and then like I got
You
like
need to fix my driveway, by the way.
yeah, you told me not to worry about it, cocksucker, but like I got real f***ing weird that night. Like I
You
did.
did.
I did. I got real weird.
weird.
I haven't been like that in a long time. And I don't know if it was because of like external stimulants or like other like things that were going on,
Factors and
factors,
You're stealing my topic.
contributing factors and things like that. But like I got really weird that night. And I turned into like that psycho boyfriend that like, oh my God. But like I fell off the deep end and I acted a fool. And like at the end of the day, it was literally nothing that I haven't done my own self. But I just got really weird and I felt like a sack of shit for literally days afterwards. And like I got weird and like texted everybody and was like, hey man, don't know what was going on with me, but kind of got a little into my old weird space there, and like my introspection for several days after that, like I had this like weird anxiety of what you guys felt, like what I felt, like the image that I had portrayed to you folks, and like
I'm still feeling you're feeling every day when I go across my driveway.
like everybody in my immediate friend group thinks I'm a psycho. Like I went down there and
Never thought you were a psycho.
and I ripped my wife apart. You know what I mean? Like, like I felt like Biff on Back to the Future, like O'Doyle rules, like, God damn it, I'm gonna get your ass home so I can beat you. Like weird. And I don't know, man, but like every now
I think
and then
I feel worse now because it's like, man, that was awkward. I wonder what that was about. But I never once, like, when I talked to you like 2 days later, I'm
yeah.
like, holy shit, buddy, I didn't know. Like,
Yeah, like I just got
that
in
was
this,
where your head
I got
was
in this
at.
weird mental spot.
Can I?
So
Can I?
how did this happen?
I don't know.
Can
That's
I?
what
Here,
I mean.
I know,
I'm going to
but-
provide
Go
some
ahead.
insight.
Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
when did it happen?
What?
What?
I'm gonna
Anyway,
provide
go
some
ahead.
insight.
Go
I
ahead.
feel
Go
like
ahead. Go
when
ahead.
you
Go
did
ahead.
the burnout in the driveway.
That was the night. That's what I'm talking
I know,
about.
but I feel like we did the podcast after that.
No, it was before.
Okay.
The weekend before is whenever you
Did
that's when we golfed all day.
That was when Dave didn't have. a
Oh,
shirt on.
that was.
Yeah, it was like a back to back, and I think that might have had something to do with it. It was like 2 weeks in a row, and like
yeah, that was the send off party for
Yeah.
me to leave the country.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because we
you
didn't
pushed
record
it too
'cause-
far, Dave.
Introspection. Here we go.
So
What were
I'm
you
going to
say?
throw out some insight for you, big fella. Your biggest problem is when you have a ton of external stuff going on, you become unglued.
Oh yeah.
So with the busyness of the kids, the busyness of
I
all that other
because
stuff
this was
going
my
on.
topic.
Well, here we are.
So with
damn
all
it.
that going on, you don't process it very well.
Mm-hmm.
So with the big trip coming up, stress of stuff going on with, doing projects around the house,
Mm-hmm.
kids busy, you've got this trip coming up, creates anxiety. You got kids getting out of school, creates anxiety because this time of the year is just busy. And so when everything else in your world speeds up and gets busy, you don't take a moment to just chill. So when something like this situation comes up, you overreact to the extent where you're trying to gain control this way. So you going down there with them in the hot tub with your wife and his wife and neighbor
And
Doug might have been in there.
and it was weird,
Nobody was naked.
Neighbor Doug was not there.
But
I know.
But that's what threw me for a loop because I was putting myself in your spot. What if my warden and I pulled up and I just
Your warden was there.
he's trying to put himself in big
exactly.
Oh,
But
he wasn't.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I just couldn't, and I feel worse knowing after we talked later. I'm like, oh goddamn, like
That
you were
you-
really, really upset. Like
that you
But I
caused all
just-
this problem
I was just in a weird headspace, and I hadn't been
because you don't take a moment to stop
Yeah.
and just
Mhm.
all right, trip's taken care of, things are here. Like
Yeah,
it's that's
Maybe-
what's happening.
I'm
Maybe
glad
it's-
we're here, and I appreciate you doing this. Because
Maybe
we're
it's
a big mental
good.
health podcast.
maybe
and
it's
this is
good
like what we're
for
talking-
everybody else.
When Mace texted us 9 hours later and said, "All right, I'm ready to say I'm sorry."
I told Jenna how you responded, and she went, "God damn it, love."
For what?
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Like
Well,
I
you
was
better
just-
apologize to my girlfriend. I think.
Yeah, that was the best part. That was it.
I mean, I tried.
Yeah. But but that's just like a carefree, like not carefree, obviously, but like I was just in a weird spot. And, sometimes when you take a look at your introspection or whatever the you introspect, you're thinking like, what the bro? Like, God, you're a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt I wanted to just like my skin would crawl every time I'd think about it.
See,
You
but
know what
then
I
you
mean?
made it
But-
worse by
Yeah.
beating yourself up.
Yeah, I
by
did.
it.
You're
But
right.
you know what? Here's where I
It was a Sunday.
I want to thank you.
Mhm.
I want to thank
Yeah,
you
it was
because
Sunday-
Like you nailed that with that Sunday Scaries thing. Like, like what did I do?
Well, that's what I'm trying. Like the thing of it is though, is like when Dave is feeling frazzled, he starts.
Dave did do this
Dave starts.
last week.
Dave starts shutting stuff down. Like he
I-
wants to just be like, we're
We're
quitting
done.
it all.
We're done. We're shutting it off. Pull the
And
plug. It's
Starts
over.
hitting the bush lights. That's his go-to. I don't know. Brother Love and I don't spend enough time together to know that. Mine is like I find time to go be alone. Like I go play golf. I go mow. I just go to where I can sort it out in my head so I don't go down to Love's house and yell at my wife to get out of the hot tub because she's a grown-ass woman. But
But if she did,
but if she did,
if she
because it could happen.
yeah.
if she
I'm gonna rip her ass.
Why?
Introspection is a wild deal, and I do it a lot because
but you don't listen
It's
to what
just-
you tell
I know.
yourself by the
You're
time
right.
you get to the end of it.
you're right.
Because that's why you can keep doing that cycle. That's it, but you have to figure out this is you have to know what triggers you, and if you can avoid the triggers or you can
But you can't.
you mitigate them.
One of these days, I hope that like you'll just grow out of it.
No, it's not going to happen.
Buddy, you're 38 years old. It's
Oh, I
something
know.
you're gonna have
but
to
no,
deal
no,
with the
no,
rest
no,
of your
no.
life.
Like,
We have seen you with the mustard bottle.
yeah, I know it. We
I mean, since the
literally just
beginning.
talked about the other day. Yeah, like I don't know, man. I'm just a really
It ain't going to happen.
up dude.
Mace, thank
You're
you
not
for
Up.
like. Hey, I want to say thank you for like bringing. I wasn't going there with my topic. Like at what
Well,
where
we
I was
did.
heading.
But you
But
are
I
in love.
appreciate it, but
You're in love.
just
know.
last week we talked about, and it's not the same thing. This ain't the same thing, but it's similar. But most of mental health is just acknowledging it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not what do you call sweeping it under the rug is what I
Right.
want to say.
right,
Yeah, you don't want to just fall off the boat.
right.
Sometimes you fall off a boat.
Help! I'm falling off the boat.
Sometimes you go to a Mother's Day camp out without your wife and get yelled at by somebody else's
Sometimes the
wife.
camp outs with your wife.
Sometimes somebody else's wife's yelling, "Hey, dumb, get in here."
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. Get the in here.
Right.
Okay.
Damn it! Right off the boat.
But it is, and it'll be all right. It'll be all right. And here's the
That's
thing:
growth. That's growth.
the people you hang out with know how you are, anyways.
Right.
And that's
Although my driveway still needs fixed.
Yeah.
you really did burn out of his
I
driveway.
whipped a big shit.
We went and picked
Whoa.
up Kate earlier. I'm like, "Hey, who else is
Big
over here doing whipping?"
You
drivers?"
left
Like,
that
"That's
part
still
of the
amazing."
story out. He left that part out when he told me about what.
Now,
happened.
hey, I'm
He
going to
did
take
not.
Brother Mace's. I'm going to take Brother Mace's side
He
here.
might have left it.
Love
out with,
did say, "Don't worry about that driveway."
Yeah.
He might have left it out with you, Casey, but he did not leave it out with us. He claimed it.
I said,
He
hey,
said,
if you
I'll
want me,
fix it.
I'll come down and rake it by hand.
I said, don't worry.
Don't worry about that driveway.
But it's definitely still.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
deep?
I went by with the golf cart. It's like gadunk, 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 and I'm like, "Who else has been out here?"
That
doing
expedition
Yep.
weighs a lot.
Yeah.
It's a heavy
It
unit.
kicks it.
It's a heavy unit.
Brother Love, what are you wondering about?
Mm.
Mm.
So my topic was interpretation by experience.
Interpretation by experience.
And I think we just covered it.
Interpretation by experience.
Well, how would you interpret that circumstance by your experience?
Mm.
See?
Like if you were in his shoes.
yes.
Or if you had never hung out in the hood before or met Brother Mace, and then that happened.
You would have thought he was
This
psycho.
guy's f***ing cuckoo.
Well,
But I never once thought that. I was like, even when that happened, I was like, "Man,
so
he's pretty pissed off."
but
But I
I-
never once got like,
but I think though, like
Something's wrong.
everybody
I was
else
just like-
around, like your reaction to it, your reaction to it.
Smoke
Like
and I
if-
were pretty wide-eyed looking at each other. Like, holy shit, he's pissed.
Yeah, but they would have
And
been like,
then-
"Hey, he's not always like that."
I foggily. So that's the wild thing.
Vaguely,
remember,
You
like
can say foggy.
when I came around the corner
And there was
and I
nothing.
seen what was happening, and there wasn't, it was just like a.
Are you talking about in the
hot tub? Like it was just a casual.
Oh, I thought we were talking about in your expedition.
Yeah, no. And then like I come around the corner and I automatically just boiled over and went to like full retard mode and like started screaming and stuff.
"We're not going to edit that." I think that's acceptable.
But
Yeah, and then Justin, I just
Hey.
remember Justin saying, "God damn it, smoker!" Like that's what he said.
but she ran the 5K.
Yes, she did. She made it, and there was nothing. And I f***ing blew the whole thing out of proportion, and I was just a freaking psycho. And then when I look back now, introspectively, God, you
See,
weirdo. You know what I
see,
mean? Like it
that's
wasn't.
that's the interpretation.
Yeah.
thing.
But
Uh,
I
my
loved you
wife
a
does-
whole time through it, and I didn't feel bad until you.
made you feel bad.
No, he told me where he was coming from, and I was like, "God damn!" But if I'd have known,
I
if
know.
I'd have known that's what
I
you
got-
were thinking.
I got
how-
real weird.
That's how it
I
works.
got real
bud.
weird. Like my brain with everybody knows, like with like the panic disorder that I suffer from, that I take medicine for
You don't
every
suffer
fucking
from
day.
Shit.
Right. And like the stuff that I've got
mean,
going,
for
Right.
yeah, the
sake.
stuff that I got going in my world, it's like, like today when I automatically said, like some pretty heavy storms are coming tonight. Like you said something about like, what'd you say?
Interpretation by experience.
Glass,
This is what
glass.
I-
I commented glass half full
Yeah,
because I had automatically expected the
We're
worst.
gonna have to pick up trees. And
Yeah,
vehicles
yeah,
are gonna be
yeah,
flipped
yeah, yeah,
over,
yeah.
and
Like I said
Casey's
something like
"It's
What
not
I-
even gonna come here."
if
Be
we
positive,
something about leaving early or something, if we don't have to pick up the remnants of the lay and waste type thing.
Casey,
And
what
he
I
was
would
like,
like
way to go to expect the worst right away or some shit.
That is
Uh,
what I'm talking about.
recording tonight? Question mark. Pending the nadir. And I
Excuse me?
responded, "Storm is through and out by 8 p.m., 8:30 at the latest." Right. I was just thinking if we had damage to deal with. Can't think negative.
Yeah. Like I automatically just assume the worst. And I do that a lot habitually. Like I automatically
in your entire
But that's human
fucking
nature.
life.
That's human nature, though.
No, it's not.
I would think that people,
No,
you would find
no,
that people
I-
expect the worst more
I'm going
than
to tell you something, and this was my topic, with the interpretation of what the was it?
experience.
my experience.
experience
No,
interpretation.
by experience.
Yeah.
I can deal with anything if
Yeah.
if it comes across my plate.
Yes.
We can the house can be leveled. We can figure that out.
Just rebuild.
Yes, it, we got it.
Yeah.
But like my friend, big fella here, he can make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yes.
It's because of his experience. Now, go to the other side of that spectrum. I would die if I was going on the Ellen DeGeneres show because I wouldn't know what to talk about. It would freak me out to deal with people looking at me, but he'd be fine with it.
I kind of get that to a certain extent. Now, I would say a lot of times
It's your experience.
I'm more of a chill, situational type dude when it comes to certain things.
Everybody is.
Until you're not.
Until you're not.
Okay,
For real.
so tell me I'm wrong.
Well, you know, like,
If we lost everything we had,
yeah,
I would be like,
yeah.
we'll figure it out.
I think I would probably be if everybody was alive and all my material things were gone, I think I would still be okay. It's just that when you start with mine or my how do I say that?
Mine.
Me or mine, like that's where I kind of get weird. You know what I mean? But I think that's a good thing though, right?
Yeah.
Like
It
you
is.
got your
Absolutely.
inner circle.
I do not like that I am that way. I mean, I'm old, like children's pictures, all that shit. I can let it go.
Oof. Yeah. I mean, I get that. That's
I mean,
tough spot.
But here's the thing, though. To your point, the experiences that you had in life, you don't put value. I don't want to say this in a bad way, but you
No,
don't put value
materialistic
on those things
Yeah.
because you have those memories up here.
Right.
Absolutely.
You're a very
Exactly.
big be in the moment guy.
Yes.
We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna move forward.
Yeah.
Masoner is we're gonna do this. What about this?
Yeah. I could see that a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll agree with
But
that.
that's
a little
everybody's personality on how
Right.
they deal with stuff.
bit. Right.
And that is what
Situational.
Like in that particular time that we keep piggybacking on, like it was going through my head.
and I give him that.
That like
that's
the worst case scenario was happening. You know what I mean?
I don't think
like
your
that
wife's
was-
like that, but
No, like absolutely not. But
Well,
like
and
in
here's-
that
and here's
particular
the other
time,
I
with
just remember looking at my wife like,
now I am.
and I'm like, what's going on?
like
She's like,
you know,
uh-oh.
But here's the question.
but
though.
with all the contributing factors that had been prevalent, you know, like I was just
Yeah,
in a
you
little bit of
can't-
a paranoid state.
But
Yeah.
some of that, you would trust your buddies. That
Oh,
if
yeah.
that if something like that was like Dave would take a punch from Alabama's middle linebacker to defend
I
Yeah.
know, but
your honor.
sometimes you gotta ask. And it's okay.
Sometimes you just gotta check, you know, like, hey man, you my wife, you know. But
I love you, brother, but
And
I
then
know.
the next day, you better apologize to my girlfriend.
yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't understand how some people get into like
Casey, and I'm like,
how,
dude, too soon. I'm pretty
how
sure
some
something's
people get
wrong.
into the headspaces that we got into, or how I got into that headspace.
But what you were talking about last week, that's what it is. It's all mental health. Like,
yeah,
shit, weird shit happens
yeah,
to people, man.
it's
Like,
wild. And if you don't.
you don't know until
Exactly right. Exactly right. And if you've never had to deal with it, or if you've never had, like, if you're just some carefree dude, kudos to you, man. Like, good for you.
But even those carefree dudes have
They got
things
'em.
that bother them.
They got 'em.
just don't let you know
they
that
got
they have
him.
it.
They got him.
I appreciate that you told me what you was wigging out about.
Good
'cause I had a
topic.
whole different.
I
Good
knew what
topic.
he was wigging out about when he.
I honest
showed
to
up.
God, like I looked at Jenna, and I'm like, what the?
I looked
Mhm.
at you, and I was like,
God damn it,
I know why
smoker.
he's mad.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey. It's
Anyway.
good conversation.
Wild deal.
But then he did. He told us, "I'm getting in that hot tub, and I'm gonna."
That's
get
where we're
naked."
going.
Now I'm going to
after
be
this.
naked.
He,
I didn't know we were going to naked, or I wouldn't have said that's where we're going after.
I mean, who gives a fuck?
Not me.
Hey, it's time for Brado's Three Big Things, brought to you by Merkley and Sons.
It's May, and summer is on our heels. It means nice days, cookouts, and Memorial Day is right around the corner. This also means you don't have to suffer silently at these joyous occasions with subpar meats. Always and forever, Merkley & Son should be your go-to for seasoned patties, hot dogs, franks, and their wide selection of brats and other grilling and smoking items. They're the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts for a reason.
All right, fellas, first one here. Help wanted. The U.S. is grappling with the worst air traffic controller shortage in nearly 30 years, as a recent spate of incidents has thrust the high-stress profession into the spotlight. These graduating students just got fast-tracked to enter the job market quicker. Okay, which Dutchman would make the best air traffic controller and why?
I feel like
Masner.
it's me.
No, it's definitely Masner.
No.
Yep.
Air traffic control is just talking.
Yep.
It is making sure that the pilot is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Were you not
It's
here
watching
for the
all
last?
the other stuff on the screen.
Nah,
knowing
I'd be
what
all
to
right.
worry
Were
about.
you not here for the last 15 minutes of conversation?
That's okay.
And that's fine.
I could tune all that
But
out.
Smoker would be like, oh shit, there you got
He'd get
Guys,
all
I need a beer break.
He'd get all Rain Man on it. Like
Yeah,
he'd start
you got-
figuring this.
you got
and-
15 PSI on your one left front tire. And Mason be like, just land that
yeah,
mother.
fucking f- that son of a bitch. Goddamn, we got to keep this f***er moving. Yeah, that's right.
All right, it's me.
Tell me that's wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, keep it moving.
Yeah, I no comment.
Next.
Jockey accused of violating the old horse whipping rule.
Oh, boy.
Junior Alvarado has been fined $62,000 and suspended for two racing days for the overuse of his whip during the Kentucky Derby. When Alvarado rode Sovereignty to victory, he hit the horse 8 times with his riding crop. Regulation only allows riders to whip their horse 6 times per race. What say the Dutchmen? Should the title be vacated for the abuse of rules? Should there even be a rule?
Well, Brado, we got to know what the whip costs each time. I mean,
What is it cost of an
62,000
ass?
He was-
$62,000.
62,000 divided by 8 would be.
So hold on, time out.
No. $62,000.
That's fine. But
62
Time out. Time out. A little
Go ahead.
background information.
Go ahead.
all right,
So this is the second time he's been accused of doing this. That's why it's 62.
Habitual.
First
offender.
one is 31,000.
but what's it cost?
about 40.
Well, no. You'd have to go. So six is legal.
Yes.
So you would have to take that $31,000 and divide it by them 2 extra whips.
No,
So that would be roughly what,
This fucking-
15 and some change per whip.
you better whip the out of that.
That
horse
is
for
why
15
I
grand.
want to know.
You know what I mean? Like 6 is legal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting fined. You're getting fined $31,000 for the first offense at the first race.
Yeah.
This particular race,
Which he did 7
And it
times
didn't
in
say if that
race.
was
he did
prorated.
7 at the Derby.
No. He did 7 in his previous incident where he was fined.
This incident, he
Did
did
8.
8, which he was
So we
fined
got 3 extras, and
$62,000.
we're at about 90 grand. So $30,000
No.
an extra whip.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
that was
pretty
rough
expensive
math.
whipping.
You
Well,
better made it work.
I don't know how-
I don't understand why the whip should even be a question
'Cause there'd
because
be
it
some guys
doesn't
that-
hurt the horse. They're used to it. They're trained to adapt from
Them
the whip.
horses will kick one another. I've seen horses kick the out of one another.
They bite.
and
after
they
the
don't even
race.
budge. Like you'll see a horse just munching. Next thing you know, it's like wow.
The-
Horse
Under
don't even
after
move.
the race, whenever they get those the lead horse to come up, where like the jockey and the race horse is actually being accompanied by a lead horse and another rider to whether it's the winner's circle or back to the stable or wherever it may be, that race horse is so jacked up that it's just biting the shit out of that other horse or biting the shit out of that other rider. That fucking whip they don't feel it.
Just
They
little
that's
riding
stupid.
The first horse that Kayla and I ever bet on, 20 years ago, when we first got together, we go to Keeneland, and we thought, okay, we're gonna bet on some horses, and we bet on a horse. It was something about love and the last name, whatever. We bet on the horse, and they brought a blanket out
And shot the son of a bitch on the horse track.
on the finish line.
I have seen that.
They brought a
I'm-
box trailer out,
Yes,
and
sir.
a sheet,
Yep.
and they shot that horse in the face,
I watched it happen
drug it in the trailer,
and hauled it off.
and hauled it off.
I
and
watched it
sold
happen
that mother for
Ellis Park.
glue.
I watched it happen in Ellis Park. My mother, if you ask my mom right now.
I've talked to you about this.
If you've called my mom right now, she'll say, you ask her, Linda, hey, did you guys ever see a horse get put down at a race? And she will go in to
That's
tell
the
him.
one we bet on.
No, this was at Ellis Park when I was a kid. But my mom will tell you
This is the
verbatim
first one Kayla and I bet on.
the story whenever she's like, oh my God, do you still remember that? I'm like, how could I not remember that? Like, here we are at Ellis Park watching these horses run, and the sumbitch breaks its leg coming out of the gate.
Yeah.
And lays
Ours
there
was-
just wallers around on the track while everybody else is running. They bring this
Mace, ours was at the finish line.
blue tarp out and shoot the son of a bitch
we
dead.
got
right there.
second. It was ready to walk home. and
We
they shot
thought
them.
we were going to win.
Yeah,
And this
so-
thing.
Yeah. I don't think the
Bam.
riding crop fine. I think that's stupid. I think that's just
Man, we really drug that.
I think that's PETA and all of the
We're really
modern.
beating a dead horse.
Yeah, there we are. Good one.
Yeah.
What's,
Can't
what's
beat
the
a
last one?
dead horse.
Get a grip. People have used arm wrestling to settle scores for decades, but it's hard to pin down the origins. Versions took root across Japan, Spain, and Cuba before the turn of the 20th century, and now Africa wants to see these battles of the biceps in the Olympics. Kind of makes you nostalgic for Over the Top, huh, Dutchman? A Sylvester Stallone movie. Okay, so settle this. Which Dutchman takes the arm wrestling title?
I will
Mace
put
because of his length.
You're looking at it.
No, I will put any one of you three against my friend, Dave Rue.
He's
The
got
question.
long
The
arms, too.
question was,
It ain't
which-
happening.
Which one of the Dutchmen?
I think Mace's long arms
Out
beats
of
him.
the-
It's a
out of
leverage
three.
thing.
Yeah, but who's the contender?
Whoever. No, us three. Out of us three.
No,
Who's winning?
who's the contender?
Mace is going to win out of us.
So if
three.
I'm wrestling Casey, then Casey would be the contender. Or if I'm
Oh,
wrestling
so
Dave,
you three have to
yeah,
thug each other.
yeah.
tug each other,
I get it.
I really don't know.
I think Mace would win because of his longer arms.
I don't know. I got shit shoulders.
No,
I think I could take Mace over the top.
out of you three, Mason's going to win.
Longer
I don't
arms.
know. I don't know. I'm not. I have beat some pretty.
Are we going to do this right now?
No,
No.
because I got to play golf tomorrow. On my
But I
shoulder.
feel like you should just for
I
The
think
comments.
that's probably what Brado was. Oh, this ain't Brado.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Brado.
This is what
Conversation
Brado was
sex.
tugging for.
tugging.
Well,
Sometime when we're not on air,
no,
we'll have to
Tonight.
have Brado come over and
Tonight.
we'll do
no,
it.
you should definitely do it now.
Well, hold on. No,
100%
I'm going
not.
to share a story. There was a guy, it was his wedding,
we're not doing this. Are we?
and he went to go
That
arm
fucking
wrestle
dick
somebody.
really bother me.
They'd had a few cocktails, and he was liquored up. This was the groom. Mind you, they're leaving for their honeymoon the next day. He arm wrestles one of his buddies at the table, breaks his arm,
Oh yeah,
not able to go on the honeymoon.
I know.
Are you worried about your golf tournament?
I'm pretty much
Yeah.
I'm
Turnips.
turnips.
It's
So
not
we went to
turnip. God
when we went.
damn it.
We were at that shithole
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And friend of the program, Mr. The One and Only Barber in Huntingburg, Indiana, Jay Maxey.
Hey,
Wanted,
that motherfucker cuts my ass.
I know he wanted to wrestle me, and I took him to the house, and I'm pretty sure I had trouble wiping my ass the remainder of that trip. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I tore my.
A lot of
rotator
stress and
cuff.
strain.
Yeah,
But did you beat him?
I beat him. Yeah.
Brado,
Great.
thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. And it's time for us to get some final thoughts around the table. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been pretty introspective with some good stuff there. But
This is gonna get
final thoughts brought to you by the Rugged Foot.
We were happy to have Rugged Foot join the Dutchman family last month and are even more excited they are here again in May. Rugged Foot does more than just safety toe, work boots, and rubber boots. They also have hiking boots and other casual footwear for lounging or for work. Don't forget, Rugged Foot also does leather repair. Mike helped Esquire patch a torn loophole on his favorite pair of golf shoes just last year. Stop up and see the Rugged Foot store on 4th Street in Huntingburg today.
Brother Love.
Brother Love.
Go ahead.
No, it's you. Go ahead.
Oh shit, it's my turn.
Final thoughts, brother.
Can I like go last?
No, I go
Well,
last.
I'll go ahead and go. Hey, everybody. Appreciate good times, good friends, and good people. Never take for granted the things your buddies might be going through, because that's a hard road to hoe sometimes. Never get it. That's Wesley. Anyway, so, respect folks, respect the feelings, and keep on keeping on.
There we go. Big fella.
Yeah, you never know. Don't ever underestimate somebody's mental health. Don't ever take a chance of guessing what they've got going on, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be wrong. If you ever need anything, reach out. Don't forget to give us a call if you need anything. There's always somebody out there to listen to. Hey, big shout out to our friend Courtney Drew with Courage for Courtney. Been seeing some stuff on Facebook lately. Looks like she's doing pretty good.
Yep. Fighting that fight.
Looks like she's still in the thick of it. She's doing well. We're here for you, Courtney. We haven't gave up. I did take my bracelet off during the wedding because I was told to, but I will get it back on promptly. But anyway,
Wedding's over.
keep your stick on the ice, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Brother Love.
Not exactly sure what the stick on the ice thing is because it's hot here.
That's
It is
true.
hot.
But I
Real
do want
muggy.
every person here to realize that we are in this together. And we are here for anything that you. This is deep.
Dig it.
After it.
Go ahead.
Anything that you feel like is not a problem or is a problem that we feel like is not a problem, we can discuss it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Give us a buzz. People pay millions. That's what everybody used to say at the mine when we were there. Wow, I really muddled that together.
Yeah.
I heard it. I
People
heard
used
what
to
you
pay
meant.
thousands of dollars in therapy costs to talk about the shit that we used to talk about at the mine. You know, did you ever remember that? People saying that? People would pay.
Nothing is too small.
No, we
No.
could figure it out.
Big thank you to Branded by Woods, Hopf Outdoor Power, Southern Indiana Hardwoods, Merkley and Sons, and of course the Rugged Foot. We appreciate their support.
Good Dougie boy.
Visit them and support them that support us. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you share it with your friends. We always appreciate those that do share. We do this to spread the good word. Sometimes we talk about stuff that's pretty good. Sometimes, well, you know,
We just talk.
can't always bat 1,000. That's for
That's
sure.
right.
But no big
We were
major final.
Definitely batting 1,000.
Oh yeah, no big major final thought for me. Just glad we could get back together with everybody, see everybody, and of course, as the school year ends and your kids get involved and out into stuff, be sure to spend a little time with them.
That's right.
I'm just happy to see that you guys went from like 500 pounds to 1,000. Because me and Mace are in.
For what?
Whatever that means.
Well, I mean, the table was feeling a little light.
Oh, yeah, we're back. Even though I was down over 15 pounds
Atta boy.
since vacation, which is wild because whoever loses weight on vacation.
Dog Flamian is not happy with my checkup today.
Well,
Oh no, not good.
we'll have to catch that.
said,
We'll have to catch that next week.
He goes, you're 7 pounds up. I said, well, just wait till the wintertime.
And with that,
Dutchman out.